everyone guys, how are you all? My name is Anil Sachin Bajaj and I am your teacher at Bajaj Classes. So today this is the 11th lecture on the mathematics chapter 1, that is real numbers. So what we are going to today? So we are going to do the first question of the exercise 1.3. Which exercise? Exercise 1.3 of our first chapter, that is real number. So basically in the previous video we had read the concept of this, that how to prove any irrational number irrational, because in mathematics you have to prove everything. So our solution for this question: prove that under root 5 is irrational. In the previous video we had done the under root 2 is irrational. So in this video we are going to do the first question, and if you didn't watch the previous video, please watch it. I will give the link in the description. So our solution of this first question. Solution. So first of all, what is the first step? We have to take a contradiction. What we will take? Let us assume to the contrary that after that what we have to write? We have to write that under root 5 is rational. We have to prove it irrational, but to prove it irrational we have to take this contrary. So that under root 5 is rational. So first step is that we have taken it as contrary that under root 5 is rational. Now what will be our next step? Our next step is to find the co-primes. So we will just write that under root 5, first of all here, therefore under root 5 equals to a by b, and in the bracket we will write where a and b are co-primes. What are co-primes? You know that co-primes are two numbers or more than two numbers, which co-primes are two numbers or more than two numbers which don't have any common factor. So we will write it here separately. You don't have to write in exams. So what will be the common factors of a and b? Basically you all know that the common factor of any two numbers is 1. So 1 1. So what is our method to prove this irrational? That we will find a factor, or you can say that any natural number which will prove that this both have common factors. So what will be it? Now what will be our third step? Our first step, that is we have taken the contrary, and the second is that we have taken the co-primes. Now we will solve it. So third step, therefore, you don't have to write therefore, only just say. So under root 5 equals to a by b. Now under root 5b equals to a. Now squaring on both sides. So if we square it on both sides, what will happen? This is under root, so it will convert to 5, and this is b, so 5b square equals to a square. Now we will take this 5 here, and what will happen from theorem 1.3? You all know that what is theorem 1.3? If p is divisible by a square, then a will also be divisible by p. So by theorem 1.3, 5 will a will be divisible by 5. A will be divisible by 5. So this we have proved by the theorem 1.3, and so we have to use all the theorems in this question. So 5b square, here we will b square equals to a square by 5, and by the theorem 1.3 we can conclude that if a square is divisible by 5, then a will also be divisible by 5. So a will be 5c, because we all know that if we have to find a, then we have to multiply 5 with any digit, 1 2 3, any digit. So a equals to 5c. Now what happens? We have a is 1, because the factor of a will be 5. another factor of a will be 5. Now we have to find the factor of b also, another factor of b. So we will put this a value here. So 5b square equals to 5c square, 5c whole square, sorry. So 5b square equals to 25c square. Now 25c square, 5b square. So we will take this 5 here. B square equals to 25c square upon 5 is only 5. So 5, 5, 1, and it will be b square equals to 5c square. Now what happens? B square equals to 5c square. Now we'll take 5 here. So b square by 5. Now same thing, this condition and this condition is looking the same. So b square by 5 equals to c square. Now what happens? Our next factor of b will also be 5, because by theorem 1.3 we can conclude that if b square is divisible by 5, so b will also be divisible by 5. So by this method we can prove that any irrational number irrational. And we will also write a last thing in the end, that there are many means there are another factors of a and b. So it is concluded by a wrong contrary, and if we have taken the wrong contrary, that under root 5 will be irrational. So by this method you can solve the first question of the exercise 1.3. Now in the next lecture we are going to cover the second question. So this is all in this lecture. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you.